Alright guys, the title of today's video is 5 tests that modern women use to manipulate and to emasculate men. Now what you're typically going to see is that when you first start seeing a girl, right, everything is great, right? She's following your lead, she's really attracted to you, but then over time, it starts to deplete. Over time, you spot little things where you're like, this girl doesn't seem as attracted to me as she once was. Well, that is because you have failed one of these 5 tests. Let's get right into it. Number 1, leadership test. Now, what's going to happen in this scenario, guys, is your girl is going to start making decisions for the both of you, right? She knows you're a couple now. She's going to start acting like she's the leader, right? What you're going to typically see is when you get into a relationship with a girl, or you start seeing a girl, she might start to go, oh, we've got Marie's 25th birthday party on the weekend, right? We're going to have to go to that. You're looking around thinking, I don't want to go to that, right? She's going to start making decisions for the both of you. At the time, right, she wants you to come to Marie's 25th birthday party. She wants to go, she wants you to come with her, but her subconscious mind has a different idea. Her subconscious mind wants a different answer. What the answer is no. Her subconscious mind wants you to tell her no for the sake of her attraction. As soon as you take the position that you're going to say yes to whatever this girl, your girlfriend, has planned for you on the weekend, is the second that she will lose respect for you, right? At that moment, she is now taking the lead. At that moment, she's now controlling what the both of you do day to day. You've been working all week. You've been busting your ass all week at your job. And now your girlfriend's going to tell you that you've got a stupid 25th birthday party to go to that you don't want to go to. You might be working on your business on the weekend. That might be the time where you smash out the gym, right? And now she's telling you what to do. You failed the test. And it doesn't just stop there, right? It comes down to the little details that she's going to start to lead on, right? You pick a restaurant to go to. She starts ignoring your choice. No, I want to go over there. We're going to go there tonight. Yes, Saturday night we're going to go eat at this Chinese restaurant. I know you wanted Indian, but we're going to go eat Chinese because I want Chinese. She might start belittling you, right? You might be redecorating the house. You might go, oh, I really like that blue paint. She's like, what do you know about paint? Right? What do you know about house decor? Right? We're not doing that blue. I want to do my blue. I want to paint the walls red. Right, she's going to start belittling your choices. And then the most noticeable one, guys, is going to be when you're having conversations with this girl and she starts interrupting you when you're speaking, right? Because she's not really listening to you at this point. She's took the leadership role, right? You're telling her some details about something and she just interrupts mid-conversation because she doesn't care what you have to say anymore. And what you guys need to take from this is that when you fail this test, you fail to put her in her place and start leading the relationship again, this builds up over time. The reaction is not going to happen straight away. She's not going to dump you as soon as you fail this test, but over time, it's going to build up and build up and build up. And then she's going to come to the conclusion at some point that she's leading this relationship. Number 2, the humiliation test. Now, what you're going to see from this test, guys, is she's going to start to humiliate you in a public setting, or she's going to demean you to other people. The best example I can give for this is, let's imagine you're at a meal with your family and friends, right? And John over there, he's got a 6-pack, right? And your wife sat there and she goes, oh, like, John, he needs to start training with you in the gym. Like, John, what do you eat? Because I want my husband to take some tips. She'll say things like, oh, I wish my John had a body like that. And you're just sat there thinking, what the fuck? Right, when you allow these sneaky little comments, when you allow this to build up and she keeps digging at you in public, she keeps digging at you in front of your family and friends, right, if you do not make it apparent that you're not going to tolerate those kind of comments, right, tolerate being embarrassed in a public setting, being humiliated, then it's only going to get worse, right? And she's going to keep clowning on you and you're going to keep failing the test. And then over time, she's going to lose respect for you, right? And she's probably going to go out and fuck a guy who looks like John over there with a 6-pack. Guys, if your girlfriend's disrespecting you like this in public, right, humiliating you in a public setting, the fact of the matter is she doesn't think you're competent enough to achieve that thing. If she's criticizing your body, right, wishing you had a body like John with his six pack, right, she's actually saying that I do not respect my own man and he isn't even competent to achieve that six pack. He isn't even competent enough to go ahead and improve his physique. Number 3, the financial test. Now, what a girl's going to do in this situation is she's going to ignore the obvious irrational financial decisions and not care about the consequences, right? A good example of this is she's going to turn to you, she's going to say, babe, let's get married next year. All right, let's have this big wedding. Let's invite family and friends. It's going to be great, right? You do love me, right? You want to get married to me, right? Let's do it next year, right? Ignoring the obvious fact that big weddings cost a lot of fucking money, right? You don't want to spend all this money on this wedding, right? I don't even know if you want to get married, right? But at the end of the day, she's ignoring the fact that this is going to come out of your pocket because she doesn't give a fuck. Another example, right? She's going to say, babe, next year in January, I want to go to Paris, right? And I want to stay next to the Eiffel Tower. And I want to do the Instagram bullshit where I take a picture and it's my balcony with my croissant breakfast and the fucking Eiffel Tower in the background, right? She's ignoring the fact that you might have £500 sat in your bank. She's ignoring the fact that you might be trying to start a business on the back end, trying to achieve actual success and get out the 9-to-5 rat race. She's ignoring all this shit. All she cares about is having a good time. All she cares about is you two going to Paris and her getting to take her Instagram photos. She's ignoring the fact that you have shit to pay for. She's ignoring the fact that you might have goals. And every time you say yes to these guys, every time you sit there and you say, yes, babe, of course we'll go to Paris. Yes, babe, if you want to get married, of course we will. Right? She sees you as weak, and these build up and build up and build up. And all you are doing is getting into credit card debt, is spending stupid amount of money when you could have been saving it, investing it into your business on her. And guess what? She knows this. She knows that you are spending this money to suit her needs and to please her. And that is the test failed. And the manipulative aspect comes in, guys, when she's trying to exploit your natural masculine tendency to provide and protect, right? You want to give her all these things, right? Don't we all? We want to give our girl the best life in the world, but at the end of the day, we might not be there yet. You might not have the sufficient finances to do so, right? And she knows this. So if she's trying to exploit you, if she's trying to go to Paris, she's trying to go to Dubai too early when you don't have the finances, she's playing on your mind. She's manipulating you. She's manipulating that masculine tendency that you have to provide and protect. And she's going to make you jump on that credit card debt. All right, don't fall for it. Number 4, the comparison test. Now, this catches every one of you guys out, right? This is where she will compare you to other couples in her friendship group, right? So you'll tend to hear things like, but Andrew says goodnight to Bella every single night. Why can't you do that for me? Right, Tom, why can't you say good morning and good night to me every day? Andrew does it to Bella, right? And Bella still loves him, right? She's going to use this manipulative technique to try get you to do things for her. Another example you might hear is Andrew took Bella on a holiday to the Bahamas last year. Right? Andrew forked out all those finances to take Bella on this wonderful holiday, right? When can we go? When's it my turn to go on holiday, babe? Why are you not going to do this for us? Right? What she's doing in this situation is she's using a very clever manipulative strategy to spike jealousy and insecurity, right? At the end of the day, she knows when you hear Andrew doing all these things for his girlfriend, right? You want to be able to provide those things for your girl too. So what you're going to do, you're going to try meet her at a level ground, try play on Andrew's playing field, and then jump on your credit card and try keep up with the Joneses. You're going to send her on this holiday, right? You're going to go to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. You're going to start with these good morning and good night texts when you don't need to. And at the end of the day, she's going to know that you are doing all this to please her. You are doing all this because she's now manipulating you into thinking that you're not providing for her enough. Guys, if you can't afford the fucking holiday, you don't go on the holiday. It's as simple as that. If you don't want to text her good morning and good night, which I don't think you should, by the way, don't let her manipulate you just because Andrew does it with Bella. Because the likelihood is Andrew and Bella are going to be fucking broken up in 6 to 12 months' time. So do not listen to this comparison test, right? If you fail once again, she's going to lose respect for you. And the fifth and final test, guys, is the victim test, right? Probably the most lethal and what destroys men the most, right? What this is going to entail is her over-dramatized reactions, right, to make you apologetic, especially when she is in the wrong. So you're asking, Tom, what is she going to do to play this victim test, right? What's she going to do to play the victim mindset? Well, the first thing she's going to do is she's going to take a while to respond to your messages. We've all seen this, right? When a girl's in the wrong, right, you start to prove her wrong in an argument or a conversation, although I don't think you should be arguing with girls whatsoever. She'll start to use time delays, right? She'll start to not respond to your texts, to make you overthink, to make you double text. And then you're thinking, oh, should I apologize to her? She's getting all annoyed, right? Test failed, right? Guys, you need to keep your ground. You need to hold your ground when she's playing this victim card. Other things you're going to see is her shifting blame onto you during conversation to try and make you apologize. A good way she's going to do this is bring up past mistakes you might have made, right? The time you messaged that girl on Instagram, right? The time you called her fat, right? The time you didn't reply to her messages for a week. Oh, remember that time you cheated on me? All these things are going to come up when she knows she's in the wrong. Another thing, she's going to start crying. All these are, guys, is more and more tests. She's trying to tap into that side that you are going to feel guilty. As soon as a girl starts crying, what do you think in your head? Fuck, right? She's crying. What am I going to do about it? I must apologize. Oh, sorry, babe. Sorry, babe, stop crying. No, babe, stop crying. You've failed the test again, right? What else you're going to see, guys, is third-party involvement, right? So what she's going to do is she's going to start introducing friends and family, right, who agree with her in the argument, right? Maybe you've not been sending good morning, good night texts, right? What she's going to say is, well, I spoke to my mum last week and my mum and my dad always send good night and good morning texts, right? To show their love, they always do it, right? So if my mum agrees with me, right, and Sarah, my friend, says that her and Andrew send good morning and good night texts, we should do it too, right? We should be like them, right? They're in love, right? Why shouldn't we do it? She's going to compare you to friends, to family, to try and make you feel guilty again. The whole point of this, again, guys, is to exploit your natural tendency for empathy and to want to comfort her, right? When a girl's upset, when a girl's angry, what is your natural tendency? You're going to want to comfort her. You're going to want to make her feel better, right? Because we don't want to upset girls at the end of the day, guys. We don't. And they know this. So what they're going to do, tears run down their eyes, right? They bring up past mistakes that we've made. So you're there like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry. That time I messaged that girl on Instagram, I'm so sorry. Right? You failed the test. Again, victim test failed. Guys, you have to be able to spot all these tests when they come your way. And it doesn't matter how much money you've got, it doesn't matter how much status you've got, it doesn't matter how much game you've got, you will get these tests from women, right? It does not matter. I don't care whether they're a 5, I don't care whether they're a 10, you are going to get these tests, especially in relationships. Guys, if you like this video, drop it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. I love you.